Hello everyone, and this is my review for TNA's Lockdown pay-per-view for 2013. And I'll just go off and say right from the get-go, all matches on the card tonight in the terms of, being able to be an entertaining match or any aspect of that, all the matches were great in the terms that they were fun, entertaining matches to watch. If there was one dislike that I had going into the Lockdown pay-per-view was the fact that most of the matches, with the exception of the two main cage matches with Aces and Eights in there, and the Kurt Angle versus Wes Briscoe and the Lethal Lockdown match, only those two matches had any real build to them in the terms of storyline or any aspect of a real build that would make you really care about the matches in general. I'll get into the main event at the end, and that will pretty much be the next one that I talk about. But just saying, maybe outside of the Robbie T and Robbie E match, which not too many people would really care about to begin with. That one had a subtle build to it going into making the match. But again, not too many people cared about that particular storyline. You didn't have a lot of time to build around the Velvet Sky, Gail Kim's storyline. Though you did see the interference with Tara Terrell. I'm assuming that's where they're going to go with Gail Kim at this point. To have her have a little bit of a rivalry going with that particular referee. You did see that one coming in some way, shape, or form, just to the way that Gail's been treating her over the past number of weeks. But in the terms of the actual matches, no real build towards that Knockouts title match. There was no real build towards the X Division title match. Great match to watch, albeit, but no build to it, no storyline, and no actual build, nothing that will make you actually care about the match in general. Same with Joey Ryan and Joseph Park. Nothing there to really make you care about that match in general. So if there was really anything that I particularly disliked about the entire show was the lack of building and the fact that they had a little bit more time between pay-per-views. You had Genesis at the beginning of the year. In January, you had nothing in February leading into the Lockdown pay-per-view. You had a lot more time to build the matches that you were going to put on the card in general. So that was the only disappointment. Matches, like I said, fun, phenomenal, great matches to watch. If that was all you were looking for, you had a great time. If you're looking for matches that you would really care about, you would have really cared more towards the last hour of the show. You probably would have been okay just walking away during the first 2 hours. The Kurt Angle Wes Briscoe match, honestly, I found that it was just fun. It was entertaining. You had that build between Wes Briscoe coming in and getting mentored by Kurt Angle and then turning his back on Kurt Angle leading into this match. I like the aspect of having D'Lo Brown, the VP of Aces and Eights, coming out there and helping him win the match in the end. I also like the aspect that you had that they had Team TNA end up winning the actual Lethal Lockdown match as well. In all honesty, it was just a fun all-out brawl. They did that match really well. Where in past years, where I've not actually liked the Lethal Lockdown match, which is almost a signature match of this show, this match was really, I think they really did it well, mainly because of the build going into the match. Can you trust all your members? Staying tight deal. That was really good. So this will bring me to the main event of the show: Bully Ray and Jeff Hardy. In the terms of building the match on TV, they really didn't do it. You basically had the past history between the two of them, and that was about it. It was pretty much just a whole respect fest going in there. And the way they went about the match in general, all in all, really fun match and really hard hitting. Everything you expect from the two of them. Having Bully Ray help Jeff Hardy get rid of Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff earlier on the match was a perfect spot. Just that whole little perfect spot for when they did do the turn of Bully Ray at the end of the match. I thought that was a great little add-on. It made you think Bully, okay, maybe he's not a member of Aces and Eights type deal, because that you had that feeling that, you know, something like that had to happen because of the way they built that match in general. So when you saw Devon and the rest of the Aces and Eights, surrounding the cage, and yes, and then you saw Bully Ray hand a chain off to Jeff Hardy. They were back to back, looked like they were going to fight them off. And then you saw Devon pull out the hammer and toss it to Bully Ray. You just knew it was at that point. And that spot they did earlier in the show was perfect for making it to the actual turn. It just made it all that more important going into the actual main event. Or going into the end of the match with the Bully Ray turn. I love the way they did the Bully Ray turn in this sense. You know, it puts the title on Aces and Eights. It gives them even more meaning. And, you know, you saw Bully right after the match get in the face of Brooke, get in the face of Hulk, and then his promo afterwards as well. It was just, all in all, that match and then the turn was just really fun. So for the main aspect of the show, like I said, the only disappointment was that maybe the undercard got kind of pushed to the side and didn't really have any build to it. But the matches that they did have the build with, you got that meaning, you got that feel of those matches. The cage matches were a lot of fun. I like the aspect that not all the matches were inside the cage, because in the sense, the cage match has always been one of those either feud definers or feud enders, and this was more of a feud defining area with the Aces and Eights and the TNA areas in general. Good to see that Aces and Eights are going over in this sense, because that means they'll continue it on. I'm actually liking where I wasn't liking the direction of Aces and Eights a few months ago. I'm liking their direction now. I think basically I'm making kind of a flip turn here of where they're going, in the sense of, you know, the people that are there, they have more meaning. They have the television title, they have the TNA World title. Will they get the other titles going into the Aces and Eights club? Will they have a full takeover of TNA at some point in time? Where will they go with the storyline? Let's see where they actually go. All in all, like I said, all in all matches great to watch. So it was too bad that the build for some of the under matches was not there, but the ending was just great in my mind. And yeah, that's my review for TNA Lockdown's pay-per-view. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.